The designers.
Designer. Can you tell us?
Most of the designers, the culprits, and the main offenders of the crime in the phone scam case, they are not caught and they are not punished.
Is there any specific reason why? So, Jacob,
Yes.
this time let's talk about punishment.
Yes.
If someone is involved with a phone scam, right? What punishment provisions would apply?
Yes. Punishment provisions include fraud and organization of criminal groups, violation of the Electronic Financial Transaction Act, and the blackmail.
What about if you help or if you involve with offenders, main offenders?
Not main offenders. There are punishment provisions for accomplices are accessory to a crime and a joint crime.
But I want to ask about our investigation agency.
Yeah.
How are they taking this case, the phone scam?
Their attitude.
Yes, and everything. Tell us everything.
Korean law enforcement agencies and the court in Korea have been operating the judicial policy that severely punishes those used to be tools for phone scam crimes. Therefore, you will need to respond actively in the early stages so that you can obtain non-indictment.
Yes.
Or in court steps, you need to take the acquittal.
Acquittal, decision. Yes. So from the investigation agency,
Yes.
they will try to look for the offenders, right?
Yes.
But how do they really get the evidence?
The evidence normally getting from the cell phone. Yes. So they need to have forensic testing, and each prosecutor's office and police station have their own forensic center within their office.
Inside.
Yes, right.
So is it really easy to do forensic? Does it take time?
Nowadays, they don't have much time to forensic. So when you seized by police your phone, at about 3 more days, or
more than 3 days.
Yes, at most a week. The forensic testing result will be there.
Okay, not that long, but it's enough time to wait.
Yes, right.
Yes. So, like you mentioned about accessory or victims, it's somehow easy to get caught by police or investigator. But what about the main offenders?
Main offenders.
Yes.
The designers.
Designer. Can you tell us?
Most of the designers, the culprits, and the main offenders of the crime in the phone scam case, they are not caught and they are not punished.
Is there any specific reason why?
The policemen, they don't have any clues for those people. Mostly
so it's hard to find them.
Hard to find them. They don't leave any clues for themselves.
Yeah.
Most of the cases, there are the accessories or the accomplices are the ones who bears the full responsibility of the main offenders.
Oh, I see. So, in that case, I want to ask your opinion. What do you think about this?
These phone scam crimes, especially especially for the accessories and the accomplices or the using people as a tool in determining whether one has committed an act or has will or not. We have to see whether one recognizes the principal plans, project, and principal culprits, crime plan, and specific details, and acted on specific function to help. But there still remains a serious issues
Yes.
in there legally with punishing the sole act of receiving allowance and delivering the money from victims to some criminals unaware of crime, just as accomplices in fraud and blackmail and accessories. It is very uncomfortable for me as a lawyer.
I see.
Personally, in my opinion, I think there should be new rules for punishment for negligence in the case of phone scam crimes. Like phone scam crimes involve charge, etc.
Yeah, right. So I think it is somehow very unfair that the main offenders are not prioritized.
Yes,
to
right.
be arrested by police.
Always.
Yes. So or like investigation agency, right?
Yes, right. The main culprits are usually listed in the indictment of prosecutors as unnamed, and the unnamed meaning, someone whose name or surname is unknown. In many cases, people became the victims and the culprits at the same time, and the main designer, main offenders, their name won't be in the indictment paper.
Yes.
They are not caught, they are not punishment, they are not recorded by the official record.
So you were saying like investigation agencies, they don't make efforts to look for them,
Yes, right.
right?
I think just personally, we need to give some incentive
Oh yeah.
for the accessories. They can select their ways, whether they follow the criminals, and they follow the police. We can give some money for the accessories, for the clues of the phone scam crimes.
So you're saying like for accessories, maybe the government can give them sort of incentive or prize if they reveal some or information of offenders,
Yes, right.
main offenders.
Yes, to be frank, for the investigation of the phone scam crimes,
Per
and at the
case.
court, we need to pay more, much more. Korean government have to pay big money for the phone scam case. We need to prevent in advance some incentive to give accessories and accomplices.
And look for offenders.
Yes, right.
That's your opinion.
Yes, my
Yes.
personal
I think
opinion.
yeah, I partly agree with that. Yeah.